is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thank you for joining me today. Hope you're having a lovely summer. Lovely weather here in the UK at the moment. Really bright and sunny outside, very hot. I'm staying here in the cool in my studio with my fan on. I have to say I'm not a sun worshipper when it gets to these temperatures. Anyway, our project for today is this little project. It's not a card, it's a little post-it note holder. Very handy to just slip in your handbag or have by your catalogue to mark the pages of the things that you like in your catalogue. Very easy to make. These are my customers' thank you gifts for this month. I hope they all like them. Quite often they get a little chocolate treat or sweets. This month they got post-it notes, so I hope they like them. Anyway, this is how you make it. So this paper is from it's called Playing with Patterns, and it's in the catalogue right at the back. I'm going to show you where it is actually, because it's a host product. And what that means is that if in the old days when we used to do parties, you would be the host of a party, and if your party sales came to a certain amount, you would earn Stampin' rewards, and they're here. So if you had sales of £150, you'd get 10% back to spend on anything you like, and 275 you get 12% back, and so on. And then those Stampin' rewards you could use to buy these host products or anything else in the catalogue, but these are all priced at slightly cheaper rates. So the stamp sets, which are valued at £15, that one's only £9. That one's valued at £19 and it's only £11. This one is valued at £20 and it's £12. This paper is valued at £29, but it's only £17. It's a really big packet, 48 sheets of 12 by 12. Beautiful, beautiful patterns. I think I've shown you before. And this is just one of them. I love this stripe. It's really summery. Makes me think of the sun and ice cream and deck chairs and beach huts, that sort of thing. And anyway, so I like that paper, so I'm using that. I've got one more left. I cut a sheet into 16 squares. I just had one left. This is a 7.5 by 7.5 centimetres. I'm going to use a different base colour. On this one I used daffodil yellow, but this paper, you can see so many different colours that you could use with it that would go. I used mango, I did some in Flirty Flamingo, daffodil yellow, granny apple green, coastal cabana, Flirty Flamingo, loads of colours I used with these. Anyway, just going to show you how I made. Now you could get 3 out of a sheet of A4 if you wanted to. I'm only going to do one today. So I'm going to cut my cardstock at 8 centimetres, which is about 3 1/4 if you're working in. It does depend a bit on what size your post-it notes are. My post-it notes are 3 by 3, 3 inches by 3 inches. So I'm cutting this at 8 centimetres, and then I'm going to turn it round, and I'm going to score it at 8 centimetres. And I'm also going to score it at 8.5 centimetres. And then I'm going to trim it off at 16 centimetres, which is a bit tricky on this board because it comes where the thing is. So I need to work out, there it is, 16. About there, I think. I'm hoping that's right. I might have an extra little bit to cut off at the end. Is that going to be right? Yeah, I think so, yeah. It's a bit tricky on that trimmer because the 16 is right where that join is. So you need to position it so that you get it in the right place. That's the only measurement that is tricky on there. Of course, that's the one I need. Oh, no, it's not going to be the one I needed. Meant to be 16.5. Right, we'll start that again. Haha, you always get all the outtakes with my videos. Right, we'll start again. But ignore that first bit of the video. Start here. Now, I wondered why I didn't have that problem when I was making it before. Right, start there. I'm going to cut this first. It's at 16.5, and it's easy to measure 16.5 because the measurement is there. So it's right there. I was forgetting before the little bit in the middle, the spine in the middle. And then go back in and score at 8 and 8.5. So sorry about that. So there, we've got our... Now if I was really good at videoing, I would edit that bit out. Sadly, it would take me about 3 days to learn how to do that. So I'm leaving it in for you to see. It's not the end of the world. That piece of cardstock, I will use that for something. I will find a use for that. It won't get wasted. So I do hate wasting cardstock, especially my favourite colours. I get through so much Coastal Cabana. One of my favourite colours. Right, so I've just burnished those 2 fold lines that we made. So then it just folds over like that. What we're going to do first is stick in our post-it notes. So I've got a little pack of post-it notes here. It's about 1/2 centimetre thick. And just going to glue the backing pad. You can get these on Amazon, any good stationers. I'm presuming they're a similar size in whatever country you're in. I can't imagine why they would make them different. They're 3 by 3, so in Britain, where we use mostly centimetres, they're still using inches, imperial measurements. Right, so that just folds it. So that's basically all there is to make your little post-it note cover. I'm not doing any fancy fastenings or any ribbon or anything. And just to decorate, and of course you can decorate yours however you like, but I'm just going to layer my piece of designer series paper. So you could use any coordinating paper that you like, that you've got. It doesn't have to be this one. I just particularly like this paper. It does mean that you need to spend, in order to get this paper, you would have to spend £170, but because you'd get this paper free. But if you have friends who are crafty, you could maybe put together a joint order, and the pack is big enough for you to be able to split it between a few of you, which would be a really good idea. There we go. And then to decorate the front, I used 2 dies from the Tasteful Labels dies, these 2 circular dies. So one was cut out, the bigger one was cut out in coordinating cardstock. This one was cut out on Whisper White. So I'm just going to use, I've got the Just For You stamp. This is from the Sweet Strawberry stamp set. Love it, love it. Let me just show you. Oh, sorry if I reach across. So it's this little stamp here. Just For You. I think it's very sweet. I love these sentiments in this set. I'm a real sentiment girl. I do like, but I don't like fussy sentiments. I just like happy birthday, thank you, just for you, hello, congratulations, those sorts of things. I don't like all the more slushy American-y type sentiments, really. Right, so I've stamped that, and I'm going to use a little bit of washi tape to secure this in exactly the right place. My washi tape is running out, need to get another reel out. And then I'm going to pop my grid paper out of the way, bring in my mini cutter. Love it, love it, love it. If you've watched my videos before, you will know how in love I am with my mini cutter. And I'm just going to scooch this through. And then I'm just going to scooch a bigger circle through on a piece of scrap Coastal Cabana. Those of you who've been watching me for a while will know that my upper plate, because I tend to keep mine separate, I use one below, one upper, and this one has cracked quite severely quite a long time ago, but they haven't got any worse, and it's still working. I have got a new set of plates, but until that one gives up the ghost, I'm not replacing it, and it's still working fine there. And so all we have to do, so this is a really quick little project, which is what I need when I'm doing customer thank yous, because there's so many of them now. Just to give you a clue, I used 2 sheets of this paper to do all my customer thank yous this month, so it was really brilliant. Thank you so much. If you're one of my customers and you've ordered, just know how much I appreciate it. Means that I can carry on doing this, generating an income to help pay all the bills. We're doing something I love. You know, it means I don't have to look for a job, going out of the house and dancing to somebody else's tune. I can do my own thing. And in fact, what's happened over the pandemic, I was doing some private tuition in English and maths, because I was a teacher. and I taught special needs children, so I did a lot of tuition in English and maths for dyslexics and things like that before the pandemic, and of course I had to give that up during the lockdowns and things, and I haven't needed to go back to it because Stampin' Up is now generating a little bit of an income for me, so I don't need to go back to that, which I'm delighted about. And anyway, that's my project, just finished, just for you. Really beautiful. I wish I'd kept the pile of them to show you. I've made a huge great pile. I meant to take a photo and forgot, and they're all packaged up now, ready to go in the post, so I'm not going to unpack them to do that. But if you can imagine that what they were all like in all the different colours, really, really sweet. So I hope you like that project. Hope you might give it a go. Like I say, you don't need to use exactly the same products as I've used, but it's a really nice idea just to keep your post-it notes a bit tidier and not get scrappy and dog-eared in your bag or whatever. Thank you very much for watching. All the products will be listed below, so you can just click on them and go straight to them. And I'll be back very soon with another project. Thanks for bearing with me. Cheers. Bye.